Further into the Citadel of Spiders we go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. I'm XenoGeno Matt, and this is episode 7. Last time, we reunited with some yellow Pikmin. And we made it here to the Citadel of Spiders. Let's see, this floor. Ooh, new enemy. Fiery Dweevils. There's all different elemental types of Dweevils. These ones happen to be red, and they will spray fire when agitated. And apart from them, we got these yellow Wollywogs here. But since red Pikmin do more damage than yellow, blue, and white Pikmin, we're able to take them down easily. So yeah, as of recording this, the next Smash Bros. Character was revealed earlier today. Minecraft Steve. Pretty awesome. So I'm excited to see how they incorporate some of his moves in. I've played a handful of Minecraft in my day. Let me show off what else these Dweevils can do. Alright, come here, buddy. I'm just gonna punch you a bit. Get agitated. Alright? So there he goes. He'll disperse fire directly below him. There's one other thing Dweevils are known for doing. Ooh! Sap bombed. Alright, do we have any... Oh, of course, all the leaf Pikmin just happen to get on the treasure. But the other thing they do is they will pick up treasures and dead enemies. And they'll just kind of, like, walk around with them. Look at this dude. This dude's trying to act like a rubber duck. Oh, he's going for the bottle cap. He got the bottle cap. That's fine. You, sir. Now, what could this rubber duck head be called? I don't know about you, but the first thing that comes to mind is Paradoxical Enigma. A mystery that contradicts itself. What are you, rubber duck head? Ow. And note to self, fire hurts Olimar, and Louie for that matter. Here we got some lipstick. The name of lip service. Nice pun there, Nintendo. I see what you do. And another bottle cap. This one's for RC Cola. Creative inspiration. That's all the treasure for this floor. Down we go. On to sub-level 3. The Citadel of Spiders is a fairly short cave, I believe. I want to say it only has 5 sub-levels total. And if I'm correct, I'm guessing this one's going to be our introduction to electricity. Yes, it is. Right here. Got some new enemies here. These are anode beetles. Let's see what they do. They are only capable of attacking in pairs, and they'll make whole, like, strings of electricity, bolts, that's what I'm looking for. Bolts of electricity between them. On their own, they're harmless, but in this game, electricity is the deadliest of the hazards. Whereas if your Pikmin catches on fire or is poisoned, you can use your whistle to kind of like... Alright, did you not hear what I was just saying, Red? Get over there. You can use your whistle to, like, reel them back in and, like, kind of help them. If a non-yellow Pikmin touches anything electric in this game, and it's, like, going off at the time, yeah, they're dead. They are straight up killed. Yeah, so, yeah, electricity and explosions are a one-shot. Explosions we'll get to a little later. But yeah, you do not play dirty with electricity. unless you have a whole squad of only yellow Pikmin, and then you could be a little bit more carefree. These anode beetles also can only be attacked once they're flipped over, and they can only be flipped over when you throw directly on top of them. So combine that with just the fact that you have like touching them when their electricity's going off kills Pikmin. They can be a real killer if you're not careful. But as there's no one else for him to connect with, rest in peace, Anode Beetle. Sunluck Water Chestnuts. Off we go. And that wall's broken down. There's probably more treasure on this floor. I'm just going to go ahead and collect all these for the sake of doing so. Get a nice clean floor going. Get a nice clean floor policy initiated. That's what I'm talking about. Water Chestnuts. Patience Tester. I don't know about you, I'm not too my patience is not quite tested by water chestnuts. The packaging does look appealing. Even though I don't like the chestnuts. That's not to say I would eat the packaging. You know what, screw it, let's go full on. Yeah, let's eat packaging. Great idea. I don't know why actually, yeah, no, I did need to destroy him. And look at that. Oh! Oh, you fiend! I was about to say that this treasure is buried here, and we have... The cave did not indicate that there was poison in it. So unless you bring white Pikmin, you wouldn't be able to get this treasure. But does he have the treasure? Oh no, he doesn't. Okay, cool. So yeah, no, I was right. I'm just gonna make absolutely sure. There you go, everybody. Have fun with him. So, you know, I was correct. So here's an example of a treasure where the cave doesn't tell you to bring white Pikmin explicitly. But alas, white Pikmin are necessary. I'll try to make special note of the caves where white Pikmin are like recommended. I would just recommend taking at least like 5 white Pikmin with you whenever you go into a cave, regardless of whether it says that there's poison or not, just to make absolutely sure. Memorial Shell. I mean, it's not really a spoiler alert to say that, like, you know, the later caves get a lot harder and will naturally have all hazards associated with them. So this is only like 1 or 2 caves where this rule applies. But alas, it can be really annoying to go down to, you know, sub-level 3 for this case, only to realize that you need white Pikmin, which you didn't bring. We've been there. What do we got? Ivory Candy Pop Bud there. Fire Floor. Okay. New enemy up ahead. 2 new enemies up ahead. Alright, isolate one of them. Called them back too soon. Let's isolate this guy, because the hermit crab can be a bit of a pain. This is a water dumple. Correction, that was a water dumple. They can be annoying. They're kind of like the Bulborbs of the water. And this is a hermit crawmad, I believe his name is. Their name is. Oh, he was also carrying chocolate. Thank you, good hermit. Well, thank you, good doctor. I don't know why I felt the need to do a Bane impression for that. But let's roll with it. Now that is a good-looking chocolate. The King of Sweets. And here, We got Big Boozer on the front. I'm sure the other treasure's just through here. I see another Hermit Crawl Mat and two... Oh, actually, I think I see the treasure. This is probably my favorite treasure of the entire game. This is the Flame of Tomorrow. And it's a matchbox with the match going absolutely insane. Look at that roll. Telephone 555 Troopas. And it's the Bowser Breath brand. Absolutely incredible. Don't play with matches, kids. Okay, we got Bogey up there. Alrighty. The Alpha Squad has taken down Sir Hermit. Attempting to flank the Water Dumple. Successful. Although not so much as flanking as we just kind of brute forced him. Nonetheless, we got him. By pressing pause, we can pull up the map and see where the exit of the floor is, or the next hole to go down. Rush that guy. Oh, it's a doggy. This is a time capsule. I'm sure this is somebody's doggy on the development team. It's just like in Super Smash Bros. Where there's someone's cat in the shack, in the ice transformation of Pokemon Stadium 2 from Brawl. Right, that was Brawl, right? Yes. And here we are at sub-level 5. Now this floor in and of itself, this is an interesting one. Because although it is the final floor, there's more than one treasure on this floor. This is one of 2 caves, I believe, that share this oddity. And in fact, this one involves white Pikmin. So, yep, right up there on this unreachable ledge. Oh, iridescent flint beetle. Come here, buddy. See, that's the reason I remembered to bring white Pikmin in the... No, don't go towards the boss arena. Thank you. That's why I remembered to bring white Pikmin in. Because I remembered that treasure in particular. Nice looking gem. Let's group them up. Perfect. We got 1 nectar left over. And they've already got back with the treasure. A beautiful, faceted Regal Diamond. You would think that the Regal Diamond would be worth much more than your run-of-the-mill bottle cap, but not to Hokatations. And out here, we step. There's a spiderweb shadow on the floor, and Beady Longlegs. The easiest way to defeat him is to use yellow Pikmin and don't even give him the time of day. Your Pikmin will run directly to his feet, and he will try to stomp on them. So I'm going to be a little more cautious, as I don't want to get stepped on. He's a lot easier to fight in Pikmin 2 than he is in Pikmin 1. The boss fight's a lot cleaner. In Pikmin 1, he was really janky. But not here. Here, he's kind of a pushover. Especially if you're patient and going with a smaller group of Pikmin. He also gives you the key from Super Mario World. Sweet victory. That giant insect's body has crumbled to dust. I am quite relieved to know I won't have to store such an enormous bug. Analyzing soil samples. Anomaly detected. What's that glittering widget? Get 3 Pikmin on that. Thank you. In the meantime, before we exit, I've got 1 thing of nectar left, and I've got at least 2 white Pikmin that need some nectar. Perfect. Start heading towards the geyser. Here we have the key. This object seems familiar. I will combine it with the President's parallel dimension controller. Alert! Sensors indicate a massive dimensional shift at a distant location. I'm receiving a message from a far-flung dimension. Displaying the message now. Challenge mode can now be accessed from the title screen. It appears to be total gibberish. Hopefully the message has reached its intended recipient. I will name this apparently worthless device the key. So that's how you unlock a challenge mode in Pikmin 2. I'll give a quick overview of that now as we leave the cave. So challenge mode basically sets you up with like X amount of all different types of Pikmin. Oh, the double wah. So like you can start a cave with like, you know, like 20 red Pikmin, maybe like 10 white Pikmin. It sets the amount of Pikmin and what types of Pikmin you have. It sets how many sprays you have. And the objective is you have to collect the key to go to the next floor or to spawn the geyser. Your objective is to gather as much treasure and defeat as many enemies and kind of get as many points as you can by getting treasure and defeating enemies and bringing their carcasses back as you can within the time limit, as well as going through the cave. It's pretty interesting. And you actually get a secret bonus for beating every single level of challenge mode without losing a Pikmin. Something I've done a few times. And on this file, since it's already... I have other files on here. I do have the reward for doing that, and I will be showing that towards the end of the playthrough. As for what else we want to do today, I'm just kind of walking around. Let's look for, Okay, I got an idea. I'm having Pikmin 1 flashbacks in this area of me messing around at nighttime instead of doing stuff I'm supposed to. Like that time where I killed like 70 Pikmin. It was like 50 actually, but still like 50 Pikmin dead. It's a sunset. That's by far the most like aggravating way to lose Pikmin. Their deaths don't feel earned. It feels just like error more than anything else. Alright, come on lads, beat get the berry. Oh my gosh, I really didn't have that many on there, huh? Okay, come on. Okay, good. Now there are 15 on the treasure and 10 on the berries. So yep, 75 sounds good. This is the last guy there. Here comes the treasure. The Impediment Scourge. And with that, 40% of the debt has been recovered. We are making great progress. I didn't mean to throw you, Pikmin. How many we're missing? We're missing 2. Missing 1. There he is. Okay. Perfect timing, sir. That's 2 ultra bitter sprays, 5 ultra spicy sprays, and 2 seconds until sundown. A pretty good day, if I do say so myself. The Wollywogs, they're attacking. It's a whole army of Wollywogs! Good thing we got out of there. That's a scary situation. You don't want to be surrounded by Wollywogs. Ooh, it's a nightmare. 896 Pokos worth of stuff. In terms of numbers, oh, the fiery Bulblacks slaughtered 15 Pikmin. Ah. Olimar, terrible news! I thought I went to Happy Hokatate Savings and Loan, but it seems my loan came from the shop next door! All-devouring black hole loan sharks! Oops! President's throwing. Look at this man. We got new treasures, new Piclopedia. Let's start with the Piclopedia. Get the fiery Bulblacks. Ooh, decent amount of new stuff here. Fiery Bulblacks, Oculus vulcanus, Grubdog family. Bodily excretions of a highly flammable waxy substance interact with the cell structure of this grubdog's skin, causing a chemical reaction that produces extremely high temperatures. The skin benefits from a spongy cell structure that diffuses the surface heat, protecting the creature's internal organs. Due to the astonishing amount of heat produced by this beast, it should be observed with great caution. Meanwhile, Louis says, "No stove? No problem. This sizzling beast practically cooks itself. Remember to thoroughly extinguish the steaks prior to eating." Here we got the water dumple. Ichthyosa felinus. Grubdog family. A resident of freshwater pools and marshes, this aquatic creature regularly feeds on insects that land on the surface of the water. It shares a nearly identical skeletal structure with its close relative and terrestrial cousin, the bulborb. This may offer clues to its evolutionary origin and suggest that it only recently emigrated to an aquatic habitat. Deep-fried dumples without batter for all the flavor with half the fat. Here we have the Shearwig. I don't even know how to pronounce that word. Valaris Mandiblard family. Unusual for their genus, flying mandiblards have retained their wings. However, only the adult males of this species can fly. Females of this species spend most of their lifespan underground. They do emerge for a period after maturation to spawn, but never metamorphose. Interesting. Almost forgot Louis. Grate this beast into a zest and whisk with sugar, cream, and chopped dark chocolate for a luscious, indulgent mousse that's a true culinary coup de grace. Here's the ravenous whisker pillar. Lepidoptera pluckius. Yeah, whisker pillar family. As this species of insect has only recently been discovered, fully mature specimens have yet to be collected. No molting or metamorphosis has been observed during the observation period, making it unlikely that mature whisker pillars will be encountered anytime soon. Based on active predation by Pikmin, it is believed that the whisker pillar's place in the food chain has not changed over time. Delicious skillet sealed or sautéed with scallions and a red Genovese sauce? I absolutely butchered that word. I am sorry to whoever heard that. The anode beetle, Scarabum electrodia, scarab beetle family. This specimen is representative of an insect hybrid that uses electricity in addition to glycogen for its energy. Although difficult to confirm due to their microscopic size, tiny hairs on the creature's legs cause the friction that generates the electrical charge. The electrical charge is processed by the creature's internal machina? I'll go with machina battery structure, and then stored as a Deus electrical field. As this field reaches critical levels, surplus energy is emitted, resulting in a low voltage current that is transmitted between specimens. It can shock other creatures in the immediate vicinity. Considering this process, it can be surmised that the largest impetus to pack behavior is not so much for synergic effect of producing as a pack as it is to take advantage of this most effective means of group preservation. Drain the electrical charge before boiling. Although it is possible to eat an anode beetle while it is charged, doing so may result in an unpleasant tingling sensation. Here we have the Hermit Crawmad, Camabaris rustica, Crawmad family. Looking at the eyes and sickle-shaped sickle-shaped legs characteristic of squillas, one would think this is a squilla relative. In fact, it is a relative of the hermit crab. This species, however, has migrated from seaside life in a shell and instead inhabits burrows in the ground. While its legs appear sickle-like, they are pincers that have evolved into a fin shape. This beast feasts on small creatures that pass by its lair, dragging them inside to eat them. Shuck from the shell, bake on high heat until crispy, then dip into a pot of melted milk chocolate, lip-smacking sweet. Swooping snitch bug, Scarpanica kesperans, scarpanid family, scarpanid. The scarpanids originally lived on the ground, sporting poorly developed vestigial wings. The species developed a large antenna that can be used as makeshift wings. Scarpanids are attracted by the sight of large groups of Pikmin in cavalry formation, not cavalry formation, and will swoop down to seize them. However, Scarpanids do not eat Pikmin, and they will drop any seized Pikmin after a short time. The reason for this behavior is unknown, but I look forward to future research in the area. Remove the wings, marinate a well-marbled steak for several hours in a chipotle marinade, then charboil to perfection. Here we have the fiery dweevil, Mandarachnia napalmans. Dweevil family. Members of the Dweevil family are known for carrying objects of astounding sizes on their backs and mimicking them. So he was mimicking the paradoxical Enigma rubber ducky head. I also love the little jig he's doing. He's really getting funky with himself. Look at him. Beautiful. The fiery dweevil is one species in this family. Generally, this is a very gentle insect that feeds on grass nectars, but when faced with danger, the fiery dweevil ignites flammable internal gases, juts out its jaw, and spews scorching flames. As this clearly makes it a rather dangerous insect, it is best not to linger directly in front of it. The search for a gourmet, high-protein salad topping alternative to bacon bits is over. Grind this spicy dweevil into tasty microchunks and toss them generously over your salad to add instant flair and flavor. Here's the yellow wollywog, Amphicarus frodendum, Amphituber family. This magnificent specimen has the brightest gold coloration and the greatest number of lateral spots of any member in the Amphituber family. This species seems to have lost some swimming proficiency with the evolutionary adaptation that granted it greater jumping ability. The Amphituber inhabits aquatic shallows and shows an instinctive drive to jump upon and squash smaller creatures. Beer batter and deep fry for a down-home flavor you won't soon forget. 3 more. We got the skitterleaf, Rus pseudo arbicans, skitterling family. The skitterleaf is a relative of the pond skater that shed its wings and adapted to life on the ground. With no residual traits of its airborne past, the skitterleaf can neither fly nor skid across the surface of the water. The wings have since evolved into the leaf-like structure on its back, which serves to hide the skitterleaf through mimicry. It appears quite effective, as a few predators can see through this clever disguise. The superb amalgamation of juicy meat and leafy greens ensures that the skitterleaf will be the new spinach. Glad Louie likes it. Here we have the seeding dandelion, Taraxacum ventilus, dandelion family. It is believed that this plant produces tufted seeds with a parachute-like arm, which allows the seeds to ride gently on the wind. This increases the distribution range of the plant considerably. Dried, roasted, and finely ground, the root of this plant makes a passable coffee substitute. And last but not least, beady longlegs, Pseudoarachnia armoralis, arachnorb family. Although this creature is commonly associated with spiders, it's actually the result of a separate evolutionary line of insectoid creatures. Since the spherical body section supported by the creature's legs carries most of its internal organs, there appears to be no other features that would correspond to a head or abdomen. Poisonous. Consumption results in prolonged writhing and uncontrollable mirth. Yikes. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of treasure. Okay. Maybe I should start doing just the ones that like matter the most. Or maybe I'll just continue doing it. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Next time on Let's Play Pikmin 2, I guess I'll start out with some Piclopedia, and then we'll jump into the next day. See you guys then.